Turn that up, Briggy.
I said forever on the very first day. I fell for you and landed right on my face. Boom, splat, stab me in the back, I'm bruised, bash. Threw me to the curb like loose trash. Left me in the past like who's that?
Who's that?
Damn, wish you would've told me that you felt this way. You been stringing me along with every word you say. You hanging me out to dry, happened 1,000 times. I guess I should've seen it coming any day. Now look, I thought we had it, loving the magic. You had the gasoline and the matches, lit me on fire, spark up the passion. But I guess it really just wasn't what I imagined. Whoa, guess I gotta live with that, huh? Chest got a hole that could fit a Mack truck. Splat on the ground, I ain't getting back up. But I should've known better, cause I said forever on the very first day. I fell for you and landed right on my face. Boom, splat, right out of the blue like news flash. Thought I had control, but you crashed. Left me in the past like who is that?
No, seriously, who is that?
Splat hit the ground, but I'll bounce right back. Trust me, I ain't going down like that. Custom shirts, I had to dust the dirt off. Adjusted myself, put the crown right back. Ding! Okay, I'm shining now. Had to get lost with you to find myself. And I find it kinda funny how the moment that I'm over this is, can I come over quick? No. You had your chance, but you blew it. You had me in the palm of your hand and threw it away. Now you say that you think we can do this again. Second chance, okay, do I look stupid? I don't need you here in my life. Please do not text me, I made up my mind. I do not want you here wasting my time. And next time around, I'll be taking my time. Cause I said forever on the very first day. I fell for you and landed right on my splat.
I'm gonna be perfectly honest. I have not even jumped into those games yet. We just got back from the movies a little bit ago. Dude, 20-3. All right. Penn State plays tomorrow at noon. Dude, it's crazy. Like, 2 NFL Saturday games tomorrow and 2 playoff, or is it 3? 3 college football playoffs tomorrow. Tennessee, Ohio State, Clemson, Texas, and SMU, Penn State. That's wild. But there are already some games today. None of the big playoff games, though, right? So wait, where are all those? Are all the rest of them tomorrow? How many games are there? Only 4. 1 tonight and 3 tomorrow. See if we can break your unlucky streak with Prizm. Prizm's a brutal biatch. I'll tell you that. It's expensive, but it does have those big ticket cards in it. We do have a mix-up right now. Only 22 a spot. I know it's not Prizm, but it does have a chance at a downtown, chance at kabooms at an absolute. We had a sealed case of the blasters. We haven't pulled a downtown out of them yet. We have the absolute megas. We have pulled kabooms out of there before. Check that out. Only 22 a spot. We can still fill that tonight. And Jake, are you a Indiana fan? Let me get my box cutter here. Dude, Sonic was awesome. Is Sonic... Listen, I gotta ask. Sonic might be low-key one of the best, like, kids and adult franchises that has come, like, definitely an underdog story. The first one came out, I don't think it was going to be that big, and I think it did better than they thought. Sonic 2 was fantastic. Sonic 3, the theater was packed, and everyone stuck around at the end for the little extras, the Easter eggs for, you know, the upcoming, like, the next one, and people were going nuts. Kids were, like, screaming at one of the big reveals. I don't want to ruin it just in case someone's, it's like, wait, we are doing football, right? Someone is serious about it or whatnot. But, yeah, it was wild. It was pretty cool to see. So if you're a fan of the Sonic series, Sonic 3 is definitely worth seeing. Has anyone seen Mufasa yet? I gotta ask. Good luck to everybody here. How we doing tonight? Jake, Jeremy, we got Seth, Jamie, Pat in the house. We already got all the votes for the Lions. You don't think the Bears could upset with the Lions missing a bunch of players? No Montgomery. Although I did hear his injury is not season ending. He could be back for playoffs. he's going to have like a quick surgery. How about lockdown DeMarcus Lawrence? And Vernon Davis, going to be numbered out of 149. I will say the color this year has been fantastic. I know they added a few extra parallels in, and we've been fortunate enough to pull some really good cards. Marvin Harrison Jr., numbered Bo Nix, silver Bo Nix, 2 silver Bo Nixes. There was another big card we pulled too. Trey Benson from Benson's Animal Farm and Jermaine Burton. Did you know, listen, there's a very good chance, this is my nightmare scenario as a Buffalo Bills fan. The Cincinnati Bengals, they're not like, it's not astronomical odds that they can get in the playoffs. So they have to win out, okay? Their schedule's not awful. They need the Broncos to lose out. Broncos play the Bengals, which they would have to win anyhow, and the Chiefs. And they just need the Colts and the Dolphins to each lose one of their final 3 games. And they're in the playoffs. It can very easily happen. That's a wild scenario, which means let's just hypothetically say the Bills get the 2 seed, the Chiefs maintain the 1. That means there's a Jonathan Brooks emergent and Keenan Allen. Oh, I thought we for a second there. At a 249. You don't think it's happening? What do you think chokes them up? You don't think they can win all their games? I think their schedule is not awful. Of course, they play the Broncos. Tough game. The way it's looking with this spread with the Ravens, I think the Ravens might end up taking that division, which is wild with the way it was and the grip the Steelers had. But they have the Browns, the Broncos, and then it could come. Honestly, this is what's crazy. It could come down to that Bengals Steelers game on the last week. This is a very big possibility. It could come down to the Steelers need to win that game to win the division, or the Bengals need to win that game to get into the playoffs. That game could be a wild game. Imagine that scenario, Jamie. That the Bengals play the Steelers. It's a must-win for both teams in the sense of winning the division or being a wild card team for the Steelers and just even getting into the playoffs, right? Steelers are in the playoffs. Blake Corum, Latu. The Chiefs can't sit starters week 18 unless they don't lose to the Texans and or who do they play next week? If they lose to the Texans this week, they can't, because if they lose one more game, as long as the Bills win out, and the Bills have the Patriots, Jets, Patriots, then they would have to give up they would give up the bye. So they can't just sit their starters unless they win out. If they win out the next 2 weeks, yeah, they'll sit their starters because the Bills can't catch them then. If they drop 2 games and the Bills win out, there's a Darius Robinson and Terrell Suggs green scope out of 75. Dude, the Chiefs and the Steelers got boned with this schedule. It's not right. It isn't. And listen, me defending the Chiefs sounds absurd, I know, but it's true. No team should have to. I mean, I guess it's really no different when you look at it on a perspective on the first stretch of this, right? A lot of teams play Sunday, then have to play Thursday. So they're playing Saturday, then they're playing so it's like the same thing, right? It's just a lot at once. So we looked at it, it's over 11 days. Teams have played in 12 days in the past, but never 11. It's the earliest. I don't know, man. We'll see. I don't like to believe that that's the case. We've seen the refs help them out, but we've seen that with a lot of teams. I don't want to believe that that's how they're going to get into the playoffs as a bye, but we'll see. There's a Dallas Turner. But no, that would be, going back, I think that would be wild. Imagine watching that game. Bengals get in if they win. Steelers win division if they win. There's a Marv Levy. Dude, that would be a wild game to watch. Josh Jacobs, fireworks, and there he is, David Montgomery, out of 49. Detroit Lions, going out to a Lions fan in here tonight, Pat Gallagher. And then the question becomes, who doesn't get in? Is that the Broncos that don't get in? then I guess it would be. I guess the Bengals would take the Steelers or the Broncos spot. I do not want to play the Bengals. I don't want to play anyone in the North. And the Chargers don't scare me. You know, the Chiefs always got to scare you a little bit, but I'll take them over it. I just don't think they have the offensive firepower to beat us this year. Tyler Nubbin. I bet the Ravens, the Steelers defense. Tajay Spears at a 225 going out to the Titans. What do the Lions have to do to lock that division up? Because they could sure use some rest, couldn't they? Joe Alt, that's a good one there. And Braylon Allen. Bobby Wagner. We got a, Eagles-Commanders game this week. That could be good. Oh, yeah, we got to switch the game up. I will after this pack. Fireworks, Patrick Mahomes. And a Mason Smith out of 230 for the Jags. Steelers have a lot of injuries too. They're like the Niners, the Lions, the Steelers. There's some teams with some heavy injuries right now. And that kills you, especially in short weeks. Like, Vikes have only lost 3. So they can't. The Lions are playing through if they want that division. So they're not going to have any time to rest. That's crazy. Lions 100% on that. All right, next one up. This is the big game for the Colts because, again, the Colts have to lose a game. That was one. The Colts and Miami have to each lose one. Denver has to lose out. So, Colts play Tennessee. We're still going to ask the question. I think I know where you guys are going to go here. Who wins, Titans or the Colts? Short weeks back-to-back. I hate that. I hate the London games. When you travel, you spend essentially an entire day traveling, over an entire day traveling back, dealing with time change. I think that you should always get a bye week after that. That should be your scheduled bye week if you play overseas. You should never have more than one, unless it's the Jags, because it's kind of like their home game. They've always done it. It's just kind of been what they've dealt with. But then when they're over there for 2 weeks, that should be their bye week when they come back. Jonathan Ogden and DJ James for the Hawks at a 249. I don't like that a team can go over there. That they would never play them on a Thursday, I don't think. But still. You know what else I said that bothers me? And I brought this up, but I noticed it more when we got into the late season of fantasy. Why is it that 2 weeks. Now, I get the Christmas week or the Thanksgiving week everyone played. That's not fair to make someone pay on Thanksgiving and then team gets a bye week and gets to have a whole week off for the vacation. So I get that. But there was a week in between, week 8, where they had already started bye weeks and nobody had a bye week. And then the next week there's 6 teams on bye. And then the next week there's 2. Is there really no way to spread those out so that there's always 4 teams off on a bye week? Do you know what I'm saying? There's a Malik Neighbors. Devin Leary. And also compress them. That would compress them more. Why do some teams have a bye week on week 6? Other ones have it on, they have to go the whole season up till week 14 to have one. That is one thing I wish the NFL would address. There has to be a way to fix that. Portals, Brett Favre. But as a Jets card. And another Seahawks. That's a DJ James out of 180. That's our second one. 2-number DJ James. Went out week 18 against Vikings, so unless they lose. So unless the Vikings lose, you're saying. The buys are weird. It's the scheduling of the buys that get me the most. I honestly wouldn't. I think the better thing to do would be extend the season without extra games. Maybe give extra buys. Work in an extra buy. Give these teams a secondary buy. But they don't need to wait till so, late in the summer or early fall. Ooh. Another. This has been hot for Knicks. It's a base one. Everything else has been silver or numbered, but there's a base Bo Nix, Denver. Newton, Garrett Wilson, CJ Stroud. And there's a numbered Jalen Hurts at a 125 for Philly. Jimmy Swanson, a Bears fan, getting a nice Jalen Hurts numbered. I do like this time of the year for betting, though. Especially lines. I feel like there's lines to take advantage of. We haven't had one of our autographs. So there's a Luke McCaffrey. Is it going to be the last 2 packs again? If so, that will be our 3rd box we've opened, where the last 2 packs are the autos. Baker Mayfield fireworks and Dante Hall out of 225. We did the Saturday games already, by the way. You guys have Houston at 54% over Kansas City and Baltimore 78% over Pittsburgh. Right now you have, 8 votes in? Try to get another vote or 2 in. Colts and Titans. Yep, there I see an auto. Ray Davis, he was mic'd up last. Oh, that was it. It was Taron Johnson that was mic'd up. Adam Thielen. We do have a big baseball break we're getting into next, but we also have a football break up if you're interested. Josh Jacobs, silver, and Schoonamaker. That is the Panini autographs. There's an awful lot of those in here. If they're going to do that, I wish they would have went to 3 autographs per box. They're not really Prizm autographs, right? They're Panini autographs. They're a bonus set they do. I mean, there's some good names on the checklist, but I do wish that they would stop saying, like, hey, that's a... Fantasy playoff's going to be close. I wouldn't know. I'm eliminated in like I'm not playing you, right? Maybe I'm in that league too. I haven't really looked. Joe Melton. But I only survived one of my 5 paid leagues. Like, I made it in the playoffs in 5, and only 1 did I make it. Oh, I thought we were going to have a Neighbors. Steven in it. There's a nubbin for the Giants out of 149. So we have had 2 really, really strong boxes and 2 kind of not strong boxes. That's our, 4th one we've opened. Right? So 2 really strong boxes and 2 boxes where you're like, glad I didn't buy it as a personal. Much rather take this much cheaper chance, lower risk chance in a break. But you spend $1,100 on a box on that? Not good. Yeah, I like and Corey, but I'll go back to saying this. I like ripping it. Prizm's a great product. Optic's a great product. I get it. There's great big ticket items in it. You know, some huge money chases. It's a iconic set. But I also know, like, you're paying up for it. Over $1,000 a box, right? I mean, like I said, we're breaking it far cheaper than I've seen many other places. However, when you can go get in a big break that mixes retail, leaf, wild card like we have up there, even some of it's licensed, chance at a case hit for 20, what is that, 22 a spot right now on that? I don't know. I think to each their own, but I do think we have to stop hating on, now that retail has come down a bit, we have to stop hating on it, especially with case hits in it. Also, leave them wild card looks. I mean, we pulled a Caleb Williams auto last night. We have pulled Shadar Sanders 101s twice now. Yeah, they might only be $200 card, $300 cards when you get like a 101 of the big names, but you're not paying the Prizm price for it. You're playing Carl. Jeremy, I think the cards, I'm with you overall because of the price point, but I will say this, the cards look great. They really do. But I would say the same thing about a lot of wild card sets. Wild card looks great as well in a lot of aspects. I just don't know how many of the vet number, we got a lot of vet numbered situations here, right? We got 2 DJ James rookies. So 2 rookie numbered cards. Up 3, Mason Smith. Our autos were lackluster, right? And not a lot of like big rookie names outside of the Knicks. We did get a Joe Melton, Bo Nix, Malik Neighbors. But, that's all stuff we're going to find out at retail, unfortunately. Here's our number. Well, we had the Fireworks, Josh Jacobs, silver. The silver Fireworks are great. Keenan Allen out of 249. Vernon Davis out of 149. We had the Tajay Spears out of 225. We had the David Montgomery out of 49. The Dante Hall out of 225. Jalen Hurts out of 125. Terrell Suggs out of 75. I do love the green scope. The card looks good. Mason Smith out of 230. And then the DJ James, we had one out of 180 and one out of 249. And then we are going to do a paper football and 2 hitless credits. Well, and that's the thing is because this is not a Prizm auto. It doesn't even say Prizm on it. I mean, it says Prizm, but that's because it's silver. 2024 Panini Football. 2024 Panini Prizm Football. I just think that's okay to slip these in from time to time. We've had 3 of our 8 autos be these Panini autographs. Then I shouldn't complain if we're getting them, right? But at the price point, I think you got to look at it that way. All right, so it was Tyler Nubbin, red. Nubbin's a third nipple, just so we were clear. I don't think that's how you say his name. Is it Nubin? And then Schoonmaker for the Dallas Cowboys. We're going to go ahead and do 2 $5 hitless credits. I am going to give away the paper football as well. Yeah, it's going to be a fun slate. If you're in the college, obviously you're in for a treat tomorrow. For me, it's all about that Texans-Chiefs game. I'm not going to lie. That is like holding my breath. And then, God forbid, the Texans win. Then all I'm going to do is be like, if we lose to the Patriots, it'll just be stress me out even more. Because, if they win and we lose to the Patriots, I'm like, all right, here we go, 2 seed. Let's fight for the 2 seed. We still got to play because the Steelers could take it. I don't think the Ravens can slip in. It'd be really tough for them. Nubin. All right. Not a nubbin. Not a third nipple. We are going to have some collegiate Prizm. We will have collegiate Prizm, and I'm thinking about doing it as colleges. So we'll talk. I'm only getting a case. But I think compared to Prizm, the price isn't awful. Rams and Texans are going to be the hitless credit. So Jeff and Ben Hitchcock, $5 hitless credits, and we'll do a paper football. Hang tight. Everyone's eligible for that. Got to charge my keyboard. Yeah, I hopefully, and with the Prizm Collegiate, it also has a lot of the college guys in it. Like Archie Manning's in it. I think Ewers is in it. Some of those bigger names are in it. So there's a Pittsburgh Steelers who's going to get it. Who got him? Jerry Thompson, you're going to get a paper football. Here we go, my man. Let's see it. Guys, I am going to be live here for this big baseball break. 4 hobby boxes of Prizm Baseball released today. Plus, was it 2 holiday boxes? You got the Chargers. They already played. We don't do teams that already played. The Seahawks. Who do the Seahawks got this week? Seattle has Minnesota. All right, who do you guys got here? Colts. Colts at 67% you guys got on the pool here. Jamie, we're going to get through these. I'm telling you. I'm trying to be consistent with it. And who did we say that was? Where's that paper football? Did I put it back in? Where the hell did the paper football go? I put it back in. Dummy. Jerry Thompson, Seahawks. All right, guys, give me a minute to clean up here. I gave the baseball guys time to trade, but we have enough people. We will still do this football pool. So, Jamie, come on in and hang out. Corey, come on in and hang out. I don't know if you're in baseball or not. I think your brother is. But you guys come in and hang out. We'll see what's going on, all right? See you guys soon.